Most people open this text expecting a history book, but beneath the narrative layers lies a vast network of interlocking coordinates, where every word functions as a gear in a highly precise engine. This is a topological matrix. It is a system where structural relationships between verses define the meaning, creating a machine that processes information across different scales of time and consciousness. Approaching this as a simple chronicle is like finding the blueprint for a quantum supercomputer and trying to read it for its aesthetic value. You might recognize the shapes, but you lose the processing power. This tesseract structure represents the Quran's dual caustic universe, operating through two opposing poles. The first is the I9 field, the unseen wave state, the driving energy of intuition, or Nafs. Opposite is the D10 field, the manifest world, the particle state of reason, or ʿaql. For a machine to produce work, the circuit must be closed. In this topology, the current only flows when the unseen wave of intuition connects to the solid particle of reason, a connection that often remains dormant in the mind of the reader. Without this active connection, the text remains a dead device, a hardware system completely disconnected from its source of power. The system links these poles through Mathānī, paired recursive folds that repeat specific topological patterns across the entire matrix. We can trace this wiring by isolating a single Arabic root word. In this machine, a root functions as a variable within a larger algorithm. Consider the root qtl, a strike, acting as a neutral operator. Powered by I9 alone, severed from reason, the algorithm executes fratricide at coordinate 530. But routed through the D10 field of reason at 1210, murder is averted, shifting the system to a stable output. Arabic roots are mathematical operators. A single variable changes the trajectory of the system based entirely on which pole is currently active in the operator. At coordinate 1850, the matrix identifies a systemic anomaly, the entity known as Iblis. The text uses the root fas-qa, meaning rupture or divergence, to define him. He is a short circuit introduced into the sacred assembly, a jinn acting as a technical glitch in the original command. This rupture injects zan, or unverified conjecture, into the system. It creates an illusion of power that mimics reality while possessing no internal substance. This is sihr, or magic. It is the state of the D10 manifest world when it is entirely severed from the I9 source. Exactly like the golden calf, it possesses sound and form, but it has no soul. It is completely hollow. We see this circuit failure in the illusions of Pharaoh's magicians. They create a temporary awe, but because they have no connection to the divine current, they cannot sustain life or truth. Overcoming a systemic short circuit requires a conductor to bridge the poles. This is the function of the staff of Musa. Contrast these two states. On the left is the closed loop of sihr. On the right is the marvel, the mujiza. The staff acts as a conductor, grounding the manifest world back into the divine command. This staff demonstrates a higher physics, physically consuming the hollow illusions generated by the short circuit. A marvel is not a violation of the laws of nature, but a demonstration of a higher alignment, executing the source code to correct a local malfunction. The conflict reaches its resolution at coordinate 2070. When Pharaoh's magicians witness the marvel, the sheer weight of the truth forces them into prostration. This is the moment the circuit corrects itself. The physical body shivers as the internal heart softens, creating a unified state between the two poles of the Tesseract. The architecture is now mapped. The wires are visible. But a machine remains in a state of potential until an operator engages it. At coordinate 1912, the text identifies the primary operational requirement: take the book with strength. These narratives serve as active diagnostic tests, measuring the reader's current alignment between internal state and external action. The diagnostics are running. The system is live. It is now waiting for the reader to provide the grip necessary to complete the loop. The Quran exists as an eternal tesseract, a dormant matrix of potential, until a reader engages the system to complete the circuit.